This is Tuesday, here we go. This is Tuesday, the 6th of August.
Okay, goodbye.
And Patty and I, where'd Patty go? There we go. We're near where we think the family property is, and we're fortunate enough to have Tony Larson and, I forgot your name already. Dan Spina. And these guys are you're both from Finland? The city of Finland, and you're representing the State Department of Forestry? Something like that, am I close?
County.
County, okay. The county. And Dan has been in near the property, and he's got a map here. He's gonna show us where we wanna go.
Now, this is a photo from '82, but not much has changed since then. And the 40 we're gonna be looking for is this 40 right here.
Okay,
This is the 40 that's on the original survey that your family owns. A newer survey was done by U.S. Geological that put it over here, but I don't believe it was ever registered. I think they've all gone back to the old. But what we can do today is search for some corner pipes and just find out where it's at.
Okay, that older survey, when was that done?
The original survey was probably done in the late 1800s and then again in 1930.
And that verified the 1800
That
corners?
verified the 1800s, and then this shows the original survey, which would put your 40 over here, same thing as on that photo.
Okay, this particular map is from where?
I'm not sure the date on this, but it was, it showed here replace the corners from data given in a survey made by something Rashley in 1930. So this is what we have to go by. This, you know.
Okay, what can you tell me about the habitat here? What are we looking at in terms of tree species?
Tree species, it's the boreal forest, which is jack pine, some balsam, some spruce, some Norway pine, and there'll be some stands of poplar, maybe aspen in there. But most of the 40 is just like the timber surrounding here.
Okay, and
It's not going to change a lot.
in the way of timber resource or harvesting value, is this good stuff or
Oh, it's excellent site.
excellent?
Yeah, some of the wood may still be, I don't know, I'd have to do site index and whatnot, but I think it's still a little young to harvest. But for future, it's nice wood.
What is a good age to harvest a timber stand like this?
Jack pine, 60, 70 years old.
And jack pine is used for pulp, or is that used
Pulp
for?
and some saw timber. Most, not so much saw timber as studs. Construction studs.
Okay, well, good. Let's go walking. Still Tuesday, the 6th of August, and Dan and Tony found this pipe. This is the southeast corner of our section of land. This pipe is actually an old piece of it's a piece of drill, mining drill. I don't know if you can see it very well back here. It was probably put in by a fellow by the name of Richard Floyd. It's a little bit about Richard Floyd later on, but this very likely marks a survey point based on notes of a previous surveyor in the 1930s. So this is the southeast corner of the section.
I reached 9.5 inches.
Okay, this is Bill Trigg with the Trigg Land Office out of Ely, and he's showing us that this drill rod is loose in the ground. Its total height out of the ground is a little over 2 feet, it appears, right at 2 feet.
There's an 8-inch balsam right there.
Right here is the 8-inch balsam fir Bill mentioned. That stands about 15 feet to the east of the drill rod. Bill's marking the drill rod with some tape.
Good for 40 below.
Claims to be good for 40 below zero. Here's the marking arrangement Bill's put in place with the tape. He's going to put a blaze mark on a tree.
I'm attempting to make a bark blaze because the foresters thought it would last longer than the deep blaze. Forest grows over.
So bark blaze doesn't go through the cambium layer, just takes the bark off. Okay, we've got a double blaze on the tree. The lower one is deep. The upper one is a shallow bark blaze.
Orange, aspen, 3.5 inch. Ten feet 6 to the center of the tree.
Okay, and that was about halfway up on the... Bill's gonna blaze this 8-inch balsam we showed earlier.
Probably 9 inch.
9-inch, he's revised his estimate. Gonna put a blaze on this tree. Oh, is this roughly east of the pin, Bill? Or is this east, southeast, or?
Where's that sun?
My directions are confused here.
Say it's, gosh, I don't know. Pretty close to east.
Bill's got kind of a double blaze up here. There's the top one, right over his right shoulder. Okay, we're measuring from the post to the balsam.
That's 10 feet to the center of the tree.
10 feet to the center of the tree.
Good enough.
There's the blaze mark. This is a road that Potlatch has cut into the woods for logging purposes. It appears to cut the southeast corner of our property, and here it goes off to the west. The drill bit or the pipe is right in this area here. You can see some of the flagging up in the tree there. Bill Trigg is back in the woods somewhere. He should come out in a minute. I'm going to swing from looking at the pipe. I'm going to swing towards the east and look north. And that timber we're seeing in front of us is the family property. And this orange line, you can see this flag here. And out there on a dead tree, you can see another piece of orange flagging. That is what they call the cut line. That's our actual southern boundary. And you can see that based on the trees off to the left or off to the south, these are all aspens. They indicate this area has been cut over in the last few years. There is a modest amount of timber trespass. The distance from this flag over to the uncut timber is only about 100 feet. And off to the west, the distance where the uncut timber and the cut line intersect is about 400 feet. So there may be roughly an acre of timber trespass. Okay, looking back towards the pipe, Bill's blazing another tree. Okay, this is a popple tree. Going to be very well blazed. Trail well marked. Looking east again, the distance from the highway, and that's Route 16, also known as the Section 30 road, to where this vehicle is parked right now, is 1.6 miles, and the vehicle is parked right adjacent to where Potlatch apparently thought the corner mark for the property should be. I'll walk up here and show you that they've marked a tree with a considerable amount of blue paint, and because it wasn't marked with a metal post or a pipe or anything of that nature, the Lake County Forestry people, Dan and Tony, are surmising that this is where Potlatch thought the corner was. And you can see this, the blue on the side of this popple right here. And this tree, rather than being the corner, is actually well in the property. You can see a splash of blue back there. I'm told that the property has quite a bit of this popple, they call it. This is really an aspen, I believe, that is good for pulp. In the northwest portion of the property, there's white pine and red pine and a lot of jack pine. There's some black spruce. So a fairly good variety of trees with a reasonable amount of marketable timber. From
67 feet and 6 inches
from
from the center of the road to the pipe. 7.5 feet.
Okay, that
3-inch popple,
the young 3-inch popple here
20 feet west-northwest of the pin.
is 20 feet west-northwest of the pin.
And that's 67.5 feet from the center of the road.
To the pipe.
Yep.
Or to the pin.
Yep. Thanks. You're welcome. Yeah.
Okay, so say that again, please, Bill.
Well, possibly, I'd have to walk 70 feet or more over there before I get to your boundary. Maybe 100.
Okay. So we're what, about 150 feet from the blue blaze tree?
Oh, I suppose. I can't recall.
And all this timbered land here is family land. Deeded to Anton Johnson in 1892. My grandfather's father. Bill taking a line on the pin. We think the pin down here 100 feet or so.
I'm going to guess it's roughly where this popple is.
With the line going straight through this tree, which would put us off in this direction.
About a 14-inch popple.
This is the Potlatch Access Logging Road off of Route 16, also the Section 30 road, and it's right across Section 30 from this Farm Lake boat launch sign. And this is just a couple of miles from the Silver Rapids Bridge separating Farm Lake from White Iron Lake back down the road here.